Welcome to Get Real with Eddie, the show that dives into local, regional, and national real estate, the largest creator of millionaires, and the key to building generational wealth. Hosted by Eddie Ruettiger, designated managing broker of Exit Real Estate Specialists. Eddie is here to share expert insights and strategies to help you unlock the power of real estate. Now, let's grow in real estate with Eddie Ruettiger.
Good morning, one and all, and welcome to Get Real with Eddie. Of course, here in studio with me is Nancy Valley. How are you?
I am here and well.
You are here and well. You look like you need some of that dirty water stuff.
I do need dirty water stuff. I only had one cup this morning, so I'm kind of dirty water short.
I like the fact that I got you calling it dirty water.
It's better than brown water.
This is true. So, last week, Illinois Realtors had their Reignite Conference.
Yeah.
Which used to be our fall business meetings, but they've converted this out of business meetings into a completely jam-packed series of like 4 days of just market information and details and directions and focus and what's going on in certain aspects. In my opinion, it was awesome.
Oh, I thought it was fantastic. And they also do a lot with like leadership and mentoring and helping local leadership and communication and knowing what's going on, and great. And then it culminates with the installation of the Illinois Realtors Officers for the Year, which is a black tie gala. It's lovely. It was lovely. And then board of directors meeting then Thursday. So it was jam-packed. It was wonderful. They had some great people speaking, like Ted Lasso, the real Ted Lasso. I was so excited.
Yeah, the coach.
Yes.
That Ted Lasso.
Donnie Campbell.
Yeah, that Ted Lasso was. I really found the young lady from Molly's Game.
Oh, Molly Bloom.
Molly Bloom. So if everybody's read the book or seen the movie Molly's Game, and it's on Netflix right now, I got to go watch the movie. I've never heard of this. And, I mean, at one point, this woman had the largest underground poker game in all of New York City.
Yeah. Well, she had aspired to quite the deal in California and then had to rebuild due to some unforeseen circumstances, and then decided to go to New York and rebuild. And this was after being a teen, young adult, and trying to qualify for Olympic skiing.
Yeah.
And wiping out and physically could no longer ski.
Yeah.
So she had been to the top of the mountain literally and figuratively a couple of times, and her journey was riveting to listen to.
I just found it intriguing, and it just shows that you don't need to know anything. You don't need to be an expert in your field. You just need 2 factors to succeed, in my opinion, in life, is what I took out of it. Factor number 1, show people you actually care.
Mm-hmm.
And factor number 2, always be willing to learn what you don't know. Because that was what I was gathering. She didn't know how to do anything. She learned how to do everything. And the whole time this was going on, she built this empire around her. It was basically because she kept showing people that she cared.
Yes, that she could be trusted.
Yes.
That she cared.
Yeah.
And that was a big thing. And yes, she made some missteps, and she had to own up to that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you what, wow, what a ride. And she's young. She's still young.
Yeah.
She's got plenty of interesting things ahead of her, I'm sure.
Definitely was a pretty amazing ride that she was going through. So that was awesome. All right, let's talk some real estate. Why is October the best time to buy in 2025? We touched on this. I don't remember if it was last week or the week before, because I swear these weeks are in like slow motion. I feel like it's been a year and a half since we had a radio show, and it was just like last week.
Well, and I don't know, it feels like the time itself when you're in it flies, but then, like you said, it seems like last week was months ago.
I know.
It's weird.
It is a weird dichotomy going on, and I don't know if it's the time of season or what it is. But anyways,
I just think there's a lot of getting jam-packed into every day, and it just
I think that's what it is. It's that just we're squeezing so much into these days. And the other aspect too was the weather has been unseasonably warm lately, even though it's a little cooler now.
10 days ago we were floating in the pool.
Yeah.
And this past weekend we closed and it was chilly.
Yeah.
So it didn't take much and boom.
Yeah. So with that being said, it's official. The best time to buy this year is October. I called it. I'm just saying. I called it back in the spring. By mid-October, buyers across much of the country may finally find the combination of inventory pricing and negotiation power they've been waiting for. A rare opportunity in a market that has been tight for almost the past decade. I don't know who made that quote.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Oh, according to Realtor.com. That's all I got. I had to find it.
I don't know who said it at Realtor.
I don't know who said it either, but that's where it's coming from. So if you are able to buy right now, shooting for this month means you'll see more homes to choose from, less competition, more time to browse, better home pricing, and sellers who are more willing to negotiate. Realtor.com explains, while October 12th through the 18th is the best week, nationally, timing can shift depending on local markets. And they, of course, have a list of the top 50 local markets. So,
let's see, where Chicago. They're showing Chicago, Naperville, Elgin.
September 28th to October 4th.
Yeah.
We missed the bus. I disagree with that.
I was just going to say maybe in Elgin, but not in Joliet.
I don't think September 28th to October 4th was like the prime real estate.
No.
I think the prime real estate is going to be November. I got stuff that's still coming to the market. I'm talking to agents. They've got stuff. Hey, I got this coming to the market soon. I got this. I mean,
I do too. Things are coming to the market the next couple of weeks. I got 2 of them coming to market. So.
And I mean, I just got back from Vegas. We were in Vegas over the weekend, and look at Vegas's the 5th to the 11th. We missed that. And so, but I mean, I was talking to people out in Vegas. They feel like their market's up and coming. When I was out there, Florida, the 26th to November 1st. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. Orlando, Kissimmee, Sanford, Florida. But yeah, I honestly think we still have a lot of time between now and the end of the year. And I think now to the end of the year is the best time to buy, period. I don't think it's a week. I don't think there's a 1 week window.
No, I think this quarter, fourth quarter, is the best time to buy.
I've always said it's the best time to buy, but I think it's going to be even more so this year than in the previous 10 years. So, Lawrence Yoon, chief economist at National Association of Realtors, explains homebuyers are in the best position in more than 5 years to find the right home and negotiate for a better price. Current inventory is at its highest since May 2020 during the COVID lockdown. Daryl Fairweather, chief economist at Redfin, puts it like this. Nationally, now is a good time to buy if you can afford it. With falling mortgage rates and a significantly more inventory, buyers have upper hand in negotiations.
Maybe nationally, I would say significantly more inventory. I wouldn't call it significant here, although it's loosened up a little bit.
We're up statistically 20% in inventory, though. That is significant.
Year over year?
Yeah.
I didn't see that it was 20%.
Well, we'll take a look at it.
Let's look at it.
We'll look at it in a bit.
Yeah.
Who are we looking at, I think? Oswego? I think we're looking to look at Oswego today.
Yeah.
So, but maybe we could pull a county, too, or something. We'll see.
I didn't think it was quite that high.
NerdWallet. This fall just might be the best window for home buyers in the past 5 years. There is so much pent-up demand, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. People left the market.
That you got to get out and you got to act now and get ahead of this, because by the time you figure it out, I think you're going to be too late.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're listening to this now and you're like, yeah, I do want to buy in the next 12 months, you need to be calling your team.
Yes.
It's that simple. You need to call your realtor. You need to call your lender. You need to call your attorney. You need to make sure your home inspector's ready to go. Make sure you got the 4 components, the 4 legs to that chair you're about to sit in.
If you need help getting those people together, because a lot of people don't have a real estate attorney, that kind of thing, lean into your realtor. Lean into your family. Lean into, people that have used someone who've been very happy. It's all about comfort.
And I get it. All right, first off, for those that are in markets that don't use lawyers, okay, that's fine. You don't have to use one. Use your realtor, use the title company for those services that you need taken care of, because not everybody's in a lawyer market, especially those that are listening to us online. However, if you are using a lawyer, I want to point out something Nancy said. A real estate attorney.
Yes. Yes.
Do not get a family law attorney or a defense attorney. You need a real estate attorney. If they're not closing 5 to 10 real estate deals a month in the last 12 months, no.
You know what? They might be your bestie. They might be very, very good at what they do, whether it's a defense attorney or, business attorney, whatever it is. But you don't let the brain surgeon operate on your knee.
No, you don't. You don't. And it's the same thing. You know what? Go to the bestie and say, hey, I know you do this, but I want a real estate attorney. Who would you recommend to me?
Exactly.
Let them make the introduction. Let them make the recommendation. Because guess what? Then your bestie is going to get referrals back from that other attorney, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, and they know in the biz what people have reputation, what kind of reputation they have, how many deals they do, that kind of thing.
Yes.
They will have your best interest at heart.
They should.
But get a real estate attorney.
Yeah. I can't stress that enough.
Because things can go awry, and if you're not used to it or you're not sure, and some of these attorneys just don't have the setup for doing as many deals as these guys do, then it slows things down and can gum up the works. So,
what buyers are saying they need most and how the market is responding is our next little topic. And they're the top 2 things home buyers are looking for. This is like, really, you needed to do a survey for this? I mean, I'm just saying.
Gee,
so,
what could those 2 things be, Eddie?
A recent survey from Bank of America says 63% are looking for lower home prices, while 50% are looking for lower mortgage rates. Would you
figure.
Would you like to see my shocked face? I mean, come on.
Okay.
I love these surveys. It's like when you just sit back and you go, really? You had to do a survey for that?
Well, I guess they're just reinforcing what we instinctively knew.
Dear wives, we're taking a survey. Would you be upset if your husband missed your wedding anniversary?
I'm usually the one that forgets, but hey, that's a whole different story.
So is my wife. My wife's like, oh yeah, today's our wedding anniversary.
Oh, I've done it.
But
Not gonna lie.
you know what's funny though is it's, in my opinion, when you forget the anniversary, there's two factors involved with that. First factor, in my view, and this is my humble view, you're just that comfortable in your relationship, and you're basically,
I would agree with that.
It proves that you're married to your best friend.
I would agree with that.
Second, with that means I think you're going with no wants. All right? There's nothing you really want. I mean, there's things you want in life, but nothing like, okay, well, I want this little necklace, or I want this new pair of shoes, or you just go out and you get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right? Now, yeah, you probably want a new car, but let's be honest. If your husband went out and bought you a new car, you'd probably be upset because that's a huge financial decision, and you'd want to participate in that decision.
Yes.
You would not want to be surprised. Well, look, here's a new car.
Unless we had been test driving and he knew what I wanted.
Yes, unless he down to the T had it. Yeah,
had it.
And,
But still,
and
that would...
And paid cash.
Because I know I'm a better negotiator than he is for the car.
Well,
so.
that too. that too. We both have the spouses that have no whatchamacallit for negotiation whatsoever.
None.
So
he is the tech guru of my home. I could not do any tech without him, but I am definitely the negotiator.
Yeah, I'm the tech guru too in the house. So.
Yeah, no.
Prices are moderating over the past few years. Home prices climbed fast, sometimes so fast it left many buyers feeling shut out. But today, the pace has slowed down. For comparison, from 2020 to 2021, prices rose by 20% in a 12-month period. Now, nationally, experts are projecting single-digit increases, a much normal pace.
Yes. And we knew this would happen, and we wanted it to happen.
Yes.
Because you can't sustain 20% growth.
Year over year. No.
Nobody would be able to afford the house.
No, because that gets into inflation, because you're not keeping wages up with those price increases.
Right.
So
we didn't want that to happen.
Yep.
Let's be normal.
As for rates, Lisa, you want to take a stab at that last name? Sturtevant?
Sturtevant.
You are way better at that than I am. Chief economist at Bright MLS says slower price growth coupled with a slight drop in mortgage rates will improve affordability and create a new window for some buyers to get into the market. So, yeah, I mean, we're seeing rates come down. We're seeing prices come, not flat, but the price acceleration is coming down.
Is slowing down.
Yes. Instead of going up by 20%, we're going up by 5%. So why does it all matter for you? That might not solve affordability challenges, although it does mean conditions look a little different than they did earlier this year, and those shifts could help you rearrange and get ready to move next year. I mean, let's be honest, that's where it's at.
Yes.
There is a difference, and it could make a slight difference for you.
Yeah, and it could be that small difference could be the difference to get you in the house.
Yeah, so. I mean, that's really what it comes down to is what's the difference in getting you into the house. So, all right, let's talk prices on Oswego. So, median sales price year over year is up 6.3%. The average sales price is
I'm sorry, all construction types?
Yes.
Let's pull it to resale because there is so much build going on in Oswego.
All right, well, we'll start over because you don't like the new construction.
I don't, because there's a ton going on in Oswego. They are booming.
All right, the median sales price in Oswego is $383,500. That's up 2.9% from last year, while the average is $400,163. That's up 5.2% since last year. Your market time is up 27 days, up to 27 days. That's up 3.8% from last year. On the average, while the median is flat at 11 days with no change from last year. The month's supply is 1 month with no change from last year. So 1 month supply in Oswego. Our homes for sale at the end of the month were 41. This is, by the way, September's numbers. So homes for sale were 41 units. That's up 5.1% there. New listings are up 8.2% in Oswego to 634 units. The showings to contract on the median supply is number crunching 9 days. Median not days. 9 showings to contract, down 10%, while the average number of showings to contract is 12, down 7.7%. And showings per listing is 7.6%, down 5% from last year. So
hot market.
Not 1 month supply. I mean, I know the showings to contract are down, showings per listing are down, market time is flat, but
at 11
days on the median.
That's not very many.
At 27 days on the average. I mean, it's not running around with your hair on fire.
But it's perking right along.
But you're closing in less than 30 days. 30 days and your house is sold.
Yeah.
That's sharp. And your month's supply, 1 month. You got 1 month of supply in Oswego.
Yeah. Do me a favor. Yeah. Hit new construction.
3.7 months supply if you're only looking at straight new construction. So that shows you there is a lot of new construction going on in Oswego.
Yes. Yes, there's a ton. They finished Douglas Road, all the work on Douglas Road, and they're building like crazy.
It's just...
They're the next Plainfield. Remember how Plainfield Oswego's there.
I think they're already past the next Plainfield, honestly. I really do.
No, well, they're in the midst of that
yes.
boom.
Yes.
They're in the boom.
No, I completely agree. They are in the midst of that boom. You know, the next boom's going to be probably Yorkville next door. And they're already taking.
Well, I was going to say Yorkville boomed. They had their boom.
They're kind of taking that on the rollover or the overflow from Oswego.
Montgomery's going to be the next one.
Yeah, Montgomery's coming up. So, and you know, you're starting to see some movement in Morrison and Grundy County stuff too.
Yeah.
Not a lot, you know, but like there's new construction going to be coming up in Shanahan.
There's some bushes shaking out there.
Yeah, Shanahan's on the Grundy County side. Shanahan's got a new Lennar development that's working on going in. So I don't think they've broken ground, but they're working on all the permits and stuff with the city and getting that moving there. So, yeah, there's a lot going on, you know, for new construction. Still just keeping up, though, with population growth, in my opinion. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out, how it all develops, in what direction it goes.
Well, you even said Oswego at 3.8 months supply. That's a neutral market, so they're keeping up. There's not a glutton of new construction sitting around.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's hit a break. When we get back after the break, don't let unrealistic pricing cost you your move. Keep it here with Get Real with Eddie.
Are you a real estate agent ready to take your career to the next level? Tired of feeling like just another number in the office? It's time to join a brokerage that's invested in you. Exit Real Estate Specialist. At Exit, we don't just offer a desk, we offer growth, mentorship, and the tools you need to build lasting success. Led by Eddie Ruettiger, designated managing broker, we focus on helping agents create generational wealth, not just close deals. Imagine having the support of cutting-edge technology, top-tier training, and a culture where your success is celebrated. Plus, with Exit's unique residual income opportunities, you're not just earning commissions, you're building your future. Ready to grow? Ready to thrive? Join Exit Real Estate Specialists today. Call Eddie Ruettiger directly at 815-823-5478 or visit www.exitrealestatespecialist.com to learn more. Your future in real estate starts here.
Welcome to the Lions Club. Being a lion means knowing that kindness matters. We believe in changing the world by serving the needs of our local communities. More than 1.4 million lions around the world are responding to local and global challenges with kindness and care. Come volunteer with us. Your Lions journey starts here. The Crest Hill Lions Club invites you to reach out to your local Lions Club to learn about how you can be a part of a community and bringing passionate, kind-hearted people together to serve local needs. They build relationships that lead to opportunities. In short, when lions serve, life improves, and the community grows. Grow with us. The Crest Hill Lions Club would also like to thank our sponsors who help with our yearly events, such as the car show and picnic at St. Joe's Park, and those who attend and support our Easter egg hunts, Shanahan Bingo, and many more events. The Crest Hill Lions Club meets the first and third Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. For more information on being a lion, go to lionsclub.org to start your journey today. That's lionsclub.org.
It's Eddie Ruettiger from Exit Real Estate Specialists.
And Get Real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Thinking about selling your home? Don't just list it, leverage it with Eddie Ruettiger, designated managing broker of Exit Real Estate Specialists. Eddie puts powerful marketing strategy behind every sale, featuring professional photography, detailed floor plans, immersive 3D virtual tours, and dynamic video walkthroughs that make your home stand out. With targeting online campaigns, social media exposure, and proven strategies, Eddie attracts serious buyers to get your home sold fast and for top dollar. Plus, you'll always be in the loop with clear, constant communication. Ready to sell with confidence? Call Eddie Ruettiger at 815-823-5478. That's 815-823-5478. Or visit yourdwellings.com. Eddie Ruettiger, Strategic Marketing. Stand out results. 815-823-5478. Or visit yourdwellings.com today.
Doing everything for you except the moving, and be glad. It's Get Real with Eddie.
All right, unrealistic pricing could cost you your next move. You gotta be pricing these houses right. We are seeing it a lot.
Well, the market, we're in the middle of a changing market.
All right, so the real pitfalls of overpricing. Lisa Stervant, chief economist at Bright MLS, explains, buyers will have more leverage in many, but not all, markets. Sellers will need to adjust price expectations to reflect the transitioning market.
Yep.
According to the Federal Housing Finance Agency, FHFA, home values went up by a staggering 54% over the last 5 years. So even if you compromise just a little bit on your sales price today, odds are you're still coming out ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Can't argue that.
Can't argue that.
I mean, where else do you get a return on your investment of 54% in 5 years? Overpricing can stall your whole move. All right. A seller lists too high, buyers stay away, no offers come in, the house sits, and settling the seller is facing a tough decision. Do they cut price, stick it out, or give up altogether? Well, you cut your price.
You cut your price because the market is telling you it's priced too high.
But here's the problem. If you price it that high, when you cut your price to the price that was probably recommended to you by your realtor, you're already coming in with market time and that price. So you probably have to go actually under that price that was originally recommended to get the traction and get what you're looking for. So, Johns Burns Research and Consulting and Keeping Current Matters, in a recent survey, over half of agents, 54%, say there are more homes being taken off the market than usual. And that we're seeing. We've seen data that's showing about 20% of the properties are canceling the listings, coming off and not selling. But why pause your life? You put it up for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And it's not necessarily oh my God, I have to come down 40 or 50%. No, you're probably talking 1% or 10%.
I was going to say 5, even 10% I've seen.
Yes, and I know, okay, if it's a $300,000 house and you have to come down $30,000, $30,000 is a lot of money. I'm not arguing that. But if you're overpriced by $30,000, it didn't matter. The house has to sell twice. We have to sell it to the buyer, and then most likely I have to sell it to an appraiser. And if the appraiser says, guess what, it ain't worth it, there's nothing there. I mean, there's things that can try to be done. I don't want to say there's nothing you can do, but if you're overpriced, you're overpriced. There's nothing you can do. I was going to say,
you can only, so if you have a $300,000 home and you list it at $500,000 and somebody actually says, ooh, I really like this, I'll give you $500,000, you're still in the crux of the problem if it only appraises for $300,000.
I have sat down with sellers. and said, all right, price matters. Well, yeah, but I want to get okay. If your price was $1 million, how many people are going to be lining up to buy your house? Well, no one, right? Yeah, no one's going to pay $1 million for this. Okay, if I price this at $1, how many offers am I going to have? Oh, you're going to have hundreds, thousands. Exactly. We have to price it correctly.
Yes.
It's got to be priced correctly.
Yeah, you just have to.
Sellers holding on to high price expectations is the leading reason they are delisting their homes. I had one that took their house off the market for that same reason.
And is it that, or is it that they want a certain price so that they can get into their new home?
What you want.
And that's why they're delisting, is my point, is they thought maybe they could get it, but once the realization...
Of the market.
Yes, the market slaps them hard, they delist because they can't make the next move.
No, I get it. I understand.
And I know that can be a problem with seniors. So...
Top reasons sellers are taking their homes off the market. Did not receive offers at their desired price or terms, 61%. Market conditions were not favorable, 28%. Well, that goes with the top one. I'm sorry. Take 68, 61 and 28, add them together, in my opinion. Elevated rates and prices made it difficult to afford their next home, 17%. Okay, that I understand. Decided to rent instead of sell, 12%. Nope, that still goes with the top two, I think. That's what they decided to do afterwards when they were faced with the fact they couldn't get their price. Issues with listing processes, 3%. No, that is back in the top two. The issue was they were fighting over their price. 2% other, who knows what's going on there. That could be lots of different things. Found an alternative way to sell, 2%.
I would have thought that difficult to afford their next home would be a little bit higher than 17%, but it's a thing.
It's not, but that's the thing. These individuals that are digging their feet in, they can afford the next home.
Right. That's what I said. I was a little surprised it wasn't a little bit higher than 17.
Their pride and their ego of what they think their house is worth is what's holding them up. They can't handle them. In my opinion, the here's the facts. Your house is worth A.
Well, and their friend who sold, their friend in their neighborhood who sold 3 years ago got X. Well, it was a different market.
So, and they think they should get X plus Y.
Exactly.
Now. Well, you should get X plus, but it's just not Y. It's X plus here, the current market.
Yeah. And that's the hard lesson to learn.
We just went over numbers on Oswego. All right? Mm-hmm. So the median was like a 3% increase. I think the average was 5%.
Yeah.
All right? So if your friend sold X last year, you should be 3 to 5% higher. No more.
Right.
I mean, you could be a 6, maybe a 7, if you have the upgrades and this and that. Because it's an average. Yeah, if. I mean, it's not a hard, fast rule because those are averages. And there's always those that are above the average, but there's also those that are below the average.
Yeah.
And there's nothing saying that you may be below the average. What is your house?
Or it's just average.
Yeah.
It could be just average.
And there's nothing wrong with having an average house.
No.
Honestly, you don't want the above average house. Those are the houses that usually you put in all of this money and you don't get the money out. You want to put the house with the least amount in, which is, they say buy the smallest house in the biggest neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's what you want to be. You want to be that person, not the biggest house in the smallest neighborhood, because that house usually is overdeveloped and doesn't get their money back. I mean, it just...
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack and a lot going on. I get it. Speaking of something to unpack for...
Yes.
2617 Ruth Fitzgerald Drive in Plainfield is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath that should be coming to the market at the end of the month.
All right.
This is a 1-story ranch with a full basement, finished. Has 3 bathrooms, 2 up, 1 down, and a 2-car garage with a very well deck with ramping available for those that need assistance in entering and exiting the house. So great location, main level laundry room, great location to schools, shopping, and parks. This is going to be going up for around $350,000. So that is once again 2617 Ruth Fitzgerald Drive. I always get flipped up on the numbers. I had to go back up and look at the address.
Just to double check.
I want to. Yeah. Every time I run over there, I look 27. No, it's 2617. So I put the 7. I don't know why I do it with this one, but this one, yeah. 2617 Ruth Fitzgerald Drive. So great property. Very, very well maintained. And they're going to be, like I said, by the end of the month, this should be coming up. If you would like more information, shoot me a text, 815-823-5478, or have your agent shoot me a text, and we can get you on the first to view list once this property is ready to go. All right. We're going to take a break. When we get back from the break, why mortgage experts say rates should ease over the next year. Gee, I wonder why.
Interesting.
Not really. Okay, maybe. All right, well, we'll figure it out.
Let's hope so.
Let's hope so. Keep it here with Get Real with Eddie.
Are you a real estate agent ready to take your career to the next level? Tired of feeling like just another number in the office? It's time to join a brokerage that's invested in you. Exit Real Estate Specialist. At Exit, we don't just offer a desk, we offer growth, mentorship, and the tools you need to build lasting success. Led by Eddie Ruettiger, designated managing broker, we focus on helping agents create generational wealth. not just close deals. Imagine having the support of cutting-edge technology, top-tier training, and a culture where your success is celebrated. Plus, with Exit's unique residual income opportunities, you're not just earning commissions, you're building your future. Ready to grow? Ready to thrive? Join Exit Real Estate Specialists today. Call Eddie Ruettiger directly at 815-823-5478 or visit www.exitrealestatespecialist.com to learn more. Your future in real estate starts here.
Welcome to the Lions Club. Being a lion means knowing that kindness matters. We believe in changing the world by serving the needs of our local communities. More than 1.4 million lions around the world are responding to local and global challenges with kindness and care. Come volunteer with us. Your Lions journey starts here. The Crest Hill Lions Club invites you to reach out to your local Lions Club to learn about how you can be a part of a community and bringing passionate, kind-hearted people together to serve local needs. They build relationships that lead to opportunities. In short, when lions serve, life improves, and the community grows. Grow with us. The Crest Hill Lions Club would also like to thank our sponsors who help with our yearly events, such as the car show and picnic at St. Joe's Park, and those who attend and support our Easter egg hunts, Shanahan Bingo, and many more events. The Crest Hill Lions Club meets the first and third Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. For more information on being a lion, go to lionsclub.org to start your journey today. That's lionsclub.org.
It's Eddie Ruettiger from Exit Real Estate Specialists.
And Get Real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Thinking about selling your home? Don't just list it, leverage it with Eddie Ruettiger, designated managing broker of Exit Real Estate Specialists. Eddie puts powerful marketing strategy behind every sale, featuring professional photography, detailed floor plans, immersive 3D virtual tours, and dynamic video walkthroughs that make your home stand out. With targeting online campaigns, social media exposure, and proven strategies, Eddie attracts serious buyers to get your home sold fast and for top dollar. Plus, you'll always be in the loop with clear, constant communication. Ready to sell with confidence? Call Eddie Ruettiger at 815-823-5478. That's 815-823-5478. Or visit yourdwellings.com. Eddie Ruettiger, Strategic Marketing. Stand out results. 815-823-5478. Or visit yourdwellings.com today.
You made a smart move to get real with Eddie, helping you make your next smart move into your next home.
All right, rates. That's all I hear people talking about right now is rates.
Yes, and we did just recently come down a quarter point.
Yeah, and we've seen the actual mortgage rates come down.
Come down a little bit.
We're seeing FHAs near 6. You know, we're seeing some 15 years below 6.
Yes.
So seeing some other rates around 4.25 to 4.5, depending if you're looking on VA or conventional, just all depends. So there's a lot of different options that are out there.
Yes, and they're definitely not 8% anymore. So that's the really good news.
That is the really good news. So something we talk about here all the time has come up with this. And that is the link between mortgage rates and the 10-year Treasury yield.
Are you looking at a chart or something?
I am. You're not seeing it?
I'm not seeing it.
All right, hold on. Let me reshare because this computer's been a little crazy.
It hasn't had enough brown water either today.
Pretty sure if I poured brown water on this thing, it would stop working.
Well, I hate to tell you, but it's kind of
It's not working as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Can you see that?
Oh, I can see it. And it's big enough. How about that?
Well, look at that. So, over 50 years, the 30-year mortgage rate has moved in unison with the 10-year Treasury yield. Okay?
Yes.
So, this is usually the number I watch when I wake up in the morning, is the 10-year Treasury yield. And the 10-year Treasury yield over the last 50 years has had an average spread between the 10-year and the 30-year mortgage note of 1.67.
7.6.
Oh, I'm sorry, 1.76.
Yes.
So it's the kid running around doing this 6.7, 6. Everybody, every adult in the car that has kids right now is cringing. 1.76. All right, so that's the gap normally. All right, this spread exploded. All right, in the past couple years. In 2023, it was 2.76. We've narrowed this down. There was moments it was 3.
Yeah, it was
3
way
and a half.
out of whack.
Yeah, 3.5 in some cases. All right, the spread. Right now, the average spread is around 2.25. So that spread is starting to compress and come back. This is why you're going to see the mortgage rates come back down. Because it's really a big defining term when it comes to that. So Redfin explains a lower mortgage spread equals lower mortgage rates. If the spread continues to decline, mortgage rates could fall more than they've already have. Wouldn't make a difference what the Fed does. If the spread continues to compress, then you're going to see. Why is the spread there? To protect the bank, protect the investor. When rates are going up like crazy and rates are doing all these crazy stuff, that spread does increase over time. When rates are consistently and they're falling and they're going down, then that spread compresses and contracts. Makes a big, big difference. So, a 10-year Treasury yield, which is sitting around 4.9 at the time of the article being written, and an average spread of 1.76, which is the average spread, you would expect rates to get down to 5.85 without even changing what the 10-year Treasury yield is.
Yeah.
And the 10-year's dipped under 4.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've watched it in the mornings because I'll keep an eye on it, and it has come up at under 4 a couple different times. I mean, so that is huge.
Yeah, it's going the way we want it to go.
So the current, like I said, the current spread is about 2.25, 2.27. So with that at 4.9, you'd be at 6.36. But if the average spread was to apply, or maybe even something under the average, because 1.76 is the average, if it got down to 1.5, hey, how you doing?
We'd be talking. People be out in the streets.
But still, the average puts you at 5.85.
Yeah. Like I said, we get down in the 5s, we're going to see some moving.
So just before we head out, I do want to talk about investors a little bit.
Okay.
And that is, I saw the article, What Agents Should Know About Investors Buying 1 in 3 Homes. All right?
Yeah.
Investors purchased over 345,000 homes in the U.S. during the second quarter of 2025, the highest level of investor activity in the last 5 years. So one of the things, investors purchase shares share higher now than 7 years. The report found that 33% of all homes being purchased were by investors. I want to know, are these flips being bought, or are these rents? That's the one thing. They just say investors.
Yeah, they don't qualify any of that.
With investors, particularly home flippers, also typically target homes in need of work, which tend to sell at a lower price. The average purchase price investors paid for a house was $481, a figure well below the national average of $512, $800. So it doesn't say what the percentage of those are flipping. All right. They are saying 60% of investors are using cash. 60% of home investors end up going into owner occupants. So they're not becoming rentals. That's the first thing you need to understand. 40% out of this becomes rentals. 60% of this becomes properties getting back on the market because they were probably too ugly to buy or sell.
Yeah.
They
too much work.
Couldn't go through FHA, might not even go through a conventional.
Yeah.
Need flippers. We need these individuals out there getting this inventory back up to a condition where it can be sold. The next thing you need to know, mom and pop investors dominate. Over 90% of investors own homes belong to small-time operators with fewer than 11 properties, while larger corporate landlords who own 1,000 homes or more control only 2% of the inventory. This big, bad, evil hedge fund investor is not the problem.
Right. Well, they're there, but they're not.
I'm not saying they're not there, and I'm not
Yes.
saying that there's some of them not breaking the rule. I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
All right, follow the rules, put out a good product.
Yes, exactly.
But they are only 2.1%.
Yeah. It's the mom and pops. And we need that too. So
Yes. Somebody's retirement. I mean, honestly, that's somebody's retirement.
well, and they serve just like the flippers do. They serve a need in our community. So it's important.
Only 63% of the population actually, or just 64, are actually homeowners. So you still have another 66%, or I'm sorry, 46%, doing bad math this morning.
You need
that
groundwater.
No. That need to rent. They need to rent. Rental is usually the first step into moving out of your parents' house. Rentals are the first step when you move into a new community for a job transfer. Most people don't just run out and buy a house. They want to move into an area, get an idea, feel it themselves around, know certain things.
And for whatever reason, they may not want to purchase at this time.
Well, if you're not going to be there for a long time, 2 to 3 years only.
Yeah. Or just,
I don't know if I'd recommend a buy.
yeah.
So, just things to think about. All right, that wraps it up for Get Real with Eddie. Before I head out, I want to wish my little man a happy birthday. Last Friday was his birthday. So he is growing up so fast.
Yes, he
Getting
is.
so big. So he doesn't like dad jokes anymore. I'm just saying.
No?
No. Usually he goes in and grabs his. He's got a Nerf gun that's battery operated, so these things fly out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and they hurt. They hurt. So he usually, when I tell a dad joke, he goes and grabs it and he threatens me with the Nerf gun. So, but I wouldn't change a thing. So,
Nice.
all right, that wraps it up for Get Real with Eddie. Don't forget, check us out online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on GetRealWithEddie.com, talking about your largest investment, your largest asset, your home.
Thanks for listening to Get Real with Eddie. The views and opinions expressed are those of the host and guests and do not constitute legal, financial, or real estate advice. Listeners should consult appropriate professionals regarding their individual circumstances. Eddie Ruettiger and affiliated parties are not liable for actions taken based on this content. Eddie Ruettiger is the designated managing broker of Exit Real Estate Specialist, Illinois license number 481-014247. Located at 2405 Essington Road, Uden I, Joliet, Illinois 60435. Exit Real Estate Specialists is an equal housing opportunity provider. Each Exit office is independently owned and operated. To join an Exit office, call Eddie at 815-823-5478.